And then letting your right knee bend, linking your fingers around it, drawing it in. The left leg can be nice and long here, long through the crown of your head. Good, and then taking this knee across your body, coming into the twist. So right arm can reach out. Breathing. Good, and then switching it up. So right leg can come up and out, and then link your fingers around your left knee this time, drawing it in. So long through the crown of your head here. And that's it, and then taking the knee across your body again. Left arm can reach out this time. Good, and then letting the leg come back up. And then just let both of your knees draw in, so you can hold your knees or hug your knees here. You might even squeeze nice and tight. You can lift off in your head and in your shoulders. That's it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good, and then release, and then have the soles of your feet coming together. So you can take your ankles, or you can link your fingers around the outsides of your feet here. Head and shoulders might be grounded, or they might be off the ground. Good, and then releasing out and just kind of shaking out a little bit. So link your fingers around your right knee, pressing out through your left leg, and coming all the way up into sitting. So coming into a comfortable cross-legged position here. Okay, and having your hands on your knees, and then just thinking about rotating a little bit in your upper body, in your torso. Good, and then coming the opposite way too. Good, and then back to center. So your right fingertips or your palm can be at your side here. Inhale, left arm lifts, and then curving your way over into that side stretch. That's it, letting your breathing flow. And on your inhale, releasing out. Okay, so again, remembering just from last week, so we've got the lung energy channel going down through the thumb. Okay, and then if you flip your arm, coming up from the index finger, up the back of the arm, the shoulder, and then into the face here. Okay, so this kind of shape really helps to open into the lung and the large intestine energy channels. So you can just make that L and kind of press it out to the side. Right hand can be on your leg here. And then just beginning to open a little bit more towards your left side. Pointing up through the index finger, forward through the thumb. Breathing. Good, and then releasing out, coming back. Okay, and then switching your legs. So whichever leg's out in front, bring it on the inside. Left hand can be at your side, and then right arm can lift up. And then you can kind of curve your way again into that side stretch. Feeling that opening through your ribs, through the side of your body. Good, and then releasing out again, coming back up. So making that L with your right hand this time. So again, just doing the best you can to point up through the index finger, forward through the thumb. And then again, you can begin to kind of open into the arm, reaching out towards your right. Good, and then releasing out again here, having your hands down behind you, fingers pointing away from you, and chin can be tucked if you like, or lifted. You might even find you lift into your hips, so kind of opening through the front plane of your body, expanding through your shoulders, through your chest. That's it, breathing, lifting. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good job. And then hips can come down. Okay, shaking into your wrists a little bit. And then lengthen out through your legs, bouncing into your knees a little bit. And then have the soles of your feet come together out in front of you, knees splaying out. So hips and your pelvis and your heels can have some separation there. So hands can be on your knees or on your ankles or your feet. And then just beginning to kind of lengthen out through the crown of your head. You might let your chin tuck a little at the end. Let gravity kind of weigh you down, like you're going to put your forehead in your feet. Feeling that opening through the outsides of your hips here. Good, being with your breathing, softening into things. That's it, and then releasing back out again, taking the outsides of your legs and just flopping your knees, your legs a little bit side to side. Okay, and then coming into tabletop, so hands at your shoulders, knees at your hips. Tops of your feet can be on the floor here. And then when you're ready, you can let your toes tuck. You can let your knees lift, your hips lift. So looking back between your legs here, getting a good stretch through the backs of your legs. You might kind of pedal into your heels a little bit, stretching through the back of your body. That's it, good. And then letting your knees come down to the floor. Okay, make sure your wrists are doing okay. And then just coming into a push-up position, whatever works for you. It might be a knee push-up, that's fine. Or you might be in a full push-up. It's fine to have your hips higher than the rest of your body. Good, nice and strong in your belly. Strong in your core here. That's it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good job. And then knees can come down to the floor and lowering your body all the way down. Okay, so we're thinking about really boosting the large intestine. Okay, so the large intestine system is the pair organ to the lungs. Okay, so think about making kind of like a fist. Okay, so you're going to make 2 fists, and you're going to have the open part of the fist kind of to either side of the belly button there, kind of your lower belly area. So you kind of have those fists, and chin can be on the floor or forehead, and just kind of feeling the weight down through your body into those fists. You might even kind of wiggle or sway a little bit side to side. It's just kind of like a gentle massage on the large intestine area. No forcing. It can feel a little uncomfortable to kind of move into this area sometimes. That's okay. You'll notice it. We're going to keep coming back to it. If you just keep trying to kind of knead in there, kind of soften into there, it'll feel so much better at the end. You'll really notice a difference. So just kind of putting some weight there. That's it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good job. And then releasing your hands out. Okay, so I'm going to try to mirror you the best I can. So your right arm can be out, and then left hand down on the floor. So you should be kind of facing the screen. And then let your left knee slide up, okay? And then you can let your left arm lift, okay? And then once again, making that L shape here. So kind of pushing up through your thumb, through the index finger. You might even let the arm kind of hang back, opening through your left shoulder, your chest, your ribs, kind of like you have a water gun here. And just letting your breathing flow. We're kind of doing, again, we're working on really boosting the lung system, just with everything that's going on with the coronavirus and stuff, staying strong and resilient. And we're also looking at kind of boosting the large intestine, which works in tandem with the lung system. So taking one more breath here, really reaching and releasing. Good, coming back down. Okay, lengthening out. And you can stay where you are. I'm just going to switch sides so you can still see me. So you'll have the other arm out this time. So this will be your left arm that comes out. Right hand will be at your shoulder. And then the right knee will bend and slide up towards the hand. And then once again, you can lift up into that L shape here, just kind of letting the arm hang back. Good, breathing, lifting into it. Feeling a good stretch. That's it, through your arm, through your shoulder, through your ribs. Pointing out through that index finger, forward through the thumb. That's it, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good job, and then releasing back down. So once again on your front, so you're on your front, tops of your feet on the floor, hands at your shoulders, inhale, lifting into a cobra, strong in your back, good, and then exhale, release. Good, inhale once again, lifting into it, exhale, release, that's it, last one, lifting into it, and releasing, good, pushing up into tabletop, and then sitting back on your heels here. Forehead can be on the floor, just kind of sinking down into like a child's pose, being with your breathing. That's it, and then coming forward, and then pushing up, coming all the way into standing. That's it, so standing nice and tall here. Good. So think about, so again, I'm going to try to mirror you the best I can. So left, turn towards your left and come towards the front of your mat there. Okay? And then stepping back in your right foot. Okay? So your left leg will be out in front. Even though it's my right, it'll be your left. Okay? So hands can be on your hips here. And you can either have the back heel lifted or you can ground down in the back heel. That's fine. Okay, just getting a sense of really sinking down. And then on your inhale, you can lift into your arms, just kind of reaching up, coming into a high lunge position here. That's it, breathing. Again, no forcing, really go at your own speed and, no overdoing it. Good, and then hands can be on your hips here. So you're welcome to have the back heel down or lifted, okay? So think about, again, this large intestine area here. So kind of below your left ribs and your bone there, your kind of pelvis bone, you can either have both fists just kind of in there to the left, okay? Or sometimes people will stack one on top of the other. That's a little stronger. Or you can kind of have the fists stacked low to high, okay? So it's up to you, side to side, low to high, or one on the other, okay? And then just kind of pressing in there a little. Again, it's a little uncomfortable to kind of get into the large intestine area, But you might even find that you kind of lean forward and you sandwich your fists against your front leg there, just if that feels right. You might even need to do like spiky fingers, kind of pressing in there that way. Just kind of finding a way to stay strong in your legs and also kind of just kind of pressing into your abdomen there. Kind of softening into it. This is really helping to kind of get things unstuck and flowing. And that's when we feel really good in the large intestine. That's it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good job. Coming back up. And then just stepping your back foot in for a moment here and shaking out a little bit into your legs. Good. So once again, step that same foot back. So the right foot steps back again. Okay? And palms can be together. And with your right hand, draw an imaginary bowstring. Left hand's going to make the L again. Okay? And on your inhale, you're going to draw it out. And you're going to look towards your left. So looking out through that notch in your kind of where the arrow would go. And then exhale, releasing. Good. Once again, drawing the bowstring, making the L shape. Inhale, expanding across your chest. That's it. Exhale, release. Good. Once again, inhale, really expanding, reaching out, and release. Good. And on this last one, same thing, just kind of pulling nice and taut, expanding through your chest, pointing up through your index finger, forward through your thumb. That's it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good job. Releasing. And then stepping your back foot in. And once again, just kind of shaking out a little bit into your legs, bouncing out. Okay, good. So once again, just square off with the front of the room. And legs can be, or with the screen here. So legs, knees can be bending here. That's fine. And kind of pressing back through your hips. So again, we did this last week, but think about making like a portrait. Okay, kind of like a frame there. Again, the lungs and the large intestine lines here. And just kind of bending, kind of sinking into it, reaching down through your kind of camera frame here. Okay, so you're strong in your legs, strong in your arms. And you might even begin to kind of squeeze into your legs, squeezing into your arms. That's it, kind of tensing, wrapping the muscles around the bones. Just kind of really squeezing nice and tight. Everything below the head and the neck. Just really squeezing. That's it, your legs, your hips, your arms, your torso. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good job. And then just kind of shaking out any excess tension, just really releasing it. Okay, good. So turning towards your right this time, coming towards the short side of the mat. And then this time step back in your left foot. So you've got your right foot out in front. So again, the back heel can be lifted if you want, or you're welcome to ground down and angle out. So no forcing. Okay, and then once again, lower body is really grounding down, and then you can lift into your arms. So letting your arms come up. And again, just kind of settling into it. Good, breathing. Kind of opening through the front of your body here. Good, and then once again, hands can come down. So doing the draw the bowstring thing again. So it'll be with your left hand that you draw it, and the right hand will make the L shape again. So you'll be kind of turning towards the bending leg. So on your inhale, drawing the bowstring, looking towards that right hand, and then exhale, release. Good, once again, inhale, really drawing nice and taut. Exhale, release. Good, inhale, drawing that bowstring. Exhale, releasing. And then last one, just drawing it in, holding it this time. Looking over that right hand. That's it, nice and strong. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good job, releasing out. And then stepping forward again in the back foot. Shaking out a little bit here, bouncing out. Okay, and then left foot steps back again. So again, thinking about that kind of the right side now of the large intestine. Okay, so again, you can make kind of fists a little bit to the right side of your belly button, kind of pushing in there with your knuckles, or you might have one fist kind of on top of the other, or stacked under your rib cage above your pelvis. So whatever kind of feels good, you're putting some pressure there. It's kind of helping things to come out of stagnation. Okay, and you might even kind of begin to then come forward and kind of sandwich those hands between your right leg and your torso here. That's it. So breathing, just kind of getting a good massage there. Kind of letting things in. Good, breathing, that's it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good job. And then coming back up again, and then stepping your back foot in again, and just kind of shaking out, bouncing out. Okay, and then once again, squaring off this side of the room with the screen. Once again, make that camera, make that frame. Okay, and then this time you'll kind of bend your knees like you're going to sit in a chair again. And then this time, though, you can kind of reach up just as high as is good for you. It might just be straightforward. And you're kind of looking through the camera again and kind of pressing out through that box. And once again, just kind of letting your legs be kind of squeezed nice and tight. And also kind of squeezing in your hips and your pelvis. That's it, squeezing in your arms and your torso. So just kind of squeezing your body, squeezing the muscles, everything from the head and neck down. So just kind of engaging there nice and strong. That's it. 5, 4, nice and tight, really squeezing. 3, 2, 1. Good job. And then releasing. Okay. Shaking out again. Any excess tension here? That's it. Bouncing and shaking. Good job. Okay, so think about now just folding forward. Okay, so legs can be about hip or shoulder distance. Hands can come onto your knees. You can kind of stick back through your hips. Okay, so it might look something like this. And this might be a perfect place to stay for you. You might just kind of get a good hamstring stretch. There's no forcing. Okay, you can stay here. Or you may find you kind of let your body come down a little bit more, but you keep your hands on your legs. That's fine too. Or you're welcome to, take opposite elbows and dangle. Or hands and arms can come all the way down to the floor even. Kind of looking back between your legs. So you know your body best. Just try to come to that sweet spot where you can get kind of like a really easy, gentle stretch, and you can just stay there and breathe. Just kind of being with it there. Good, taking one more breath. That's it, and on your inhale, knees can bend, press down through your feet, and you can roll all the way up into standing again. Good, so standing tall, and then just think about rolling into your shoulders a couple of times, up, back and down, up, back and down, one more time, coming up, back and down. That's it. So stepping one leg's distance or so here, and then think about your feet angling out, maybe 45 degrees or something like that. So your knees are going to bend in line with your toes here. Hands might be on your knees or just kind of on your hips, noticing how that's kind of opening through your inner legs. Okay, feeling nice and grounded and strong. And then from here, you can bring your palms together, okay, if you like. And this can be a good place to just stay and hang out and breathe. Or you may find that the arms even kind of come up towards the ceiling here. It's almost like you're pressing your hands together. And it's okay to have the elbows bending, just doing the best you can with it. You might even have your upper arms kind of squeezing against the head here. So you're kind of opening through your the sides of your ribs here, opening through those little muscles that connect the rib cage. They can get tight, so just kind of stretching into them. That's it, lifting into things, nice and strong. Sinking down, that's it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good job. Releasing your arms and then lengthening into your legs and stepping your feet in together, bouncing out. So once again, step wide, 1 leg's distance or so, okay? And you can always, if you need it, you can always have a block or a pillow or something like that down on the floor, or you might not need it. That's it. And you can have your hands either on your hips, or you can always bend your knees here. Okay, you can inhale here and then exhale, just beginning to come forward. So hands might stay on your knees, or they might come onto your block or the floor. That's it. You can press down, inhale, lift and lengthen a little bit. And then exhale, just kind of letting gravity help you down. Again, it's fine to bend your knees, looking back between your legs here, and getting a good stretch. And breathing. Kind of opening through your legs, through your inner legs, through the backs of your legs. Again, you might just be staying with your hands on your knees even, that's fine. No forcing. That's it. And then when you can feel ready, you can press down through your hands. And you may just kind of rock, you kind of come up a little bit, and then maybe you can rock a little bit side to side. You can bend into a knee here, lengthening into a leg there. Just kind of coming side to side with it. Good. And then hands can come on to bending knees here or onto your hips. And then gently, slowly coming all the way up. That's it. And then stepping your feet in together again, bouncing out for a moment, and standing tall. So legs can be about shoulder distance here, knees are soft. And just see if your left hand can come onto your sternum, kind of your chest. And then your right arm can reach out. Okay, so knees are soft. And then from here, just beginning to kind of open your shoulder, your arm, kind of twisting towards your right side. Okay, and you might even find that the left hand kind of slides away from your chest, a little more towards your left armpit as you're reaching out. So you're really expanding through your chest, your lungs. You might even turn the right palm up to face up towards the ceiling. Just noticing how this is a really good, really good for kind of boosting that lung area, really expanding. Breathing nice and deeply here, through your nose if you can, through your mouth if you need to. Nice deep breath. That's it. And then releasing your right arm here, coming back to center. Okay, and then have your right hand on your chest this time. So we'll shift into the other side. So left arm can reach out. Again, always kind of soft in the knees rather than locking out. And then just beginning to open. And it might just be a little bit. That's fine. Doesn't matter. But you're really kind of pointing out through those left fingers. You might even have your right hand slide away from your sternum. So you're pressing out through that right elbow too. Really widening through your rib cage, through your collarbones. You might even turn the left hand up. You can look towards your left. And again, just really letting your breathing be nice and deep and easy here. And that's it, taking one more breath. Good, and then you can release back out again, coming back, shaking out. Okay, bouncing out if you need to. Step your feet a little wider than shoulder distance, and just letting your arms swing a little bit, side to side. Nice and loose. You might have the opposite heel coming off the ground each time. And then slowly coming back to center. Right, so touched on it a little bit last week, but yeah, this idea that the lungs and the large intestine, when things are kind of unbalanced or kind of closed off, there's this sense of like holding on, and how that is mimicked by the breathing and through the elimination process too. There's this holding on when things aren't flowing all that smoothly, versus, you know, when the lungs and the large intestines are really flowing well. The energy is really good there. There's balance. There's a sense of like being able to let go, being able to kind of release in a healthy way. So we're kind of working at this through kind of the body, the energy lines, breathing more. But yeah, attachment and letting go are big for the lungs and the large intestine. So from here, just see if you can come down. So facing towards your left here. So coming down into tabletop. Okay. And then let your left foot step forward. Okay. So that's your left foot, even though it's my right. Okay. So from here, you might even kind of, you know, you might have the hands on the leg. You might kind of be sinking down. If that's a little rough on the right knee, you can always double up your mat or put like a blanket or a pillow under your right knee. So no forcing with it. But you're just kind of sinking down into things a little bit. Good. And then when you're ready, you can again think about making those oven mitts, kind of keeping that L shape. And on your inhale, just letting your arms lift up here. So you're opening through the front of your body, through your lower belly, your large intestine area there, and also through your lungs. So you're kind of shifting forward and reaching up. And that's it, breathing nice and deeply. No forcing. Again, if you need to come back into tabletop or downward dog, you always can. Good, and then when you're ready, releasing out, coming back down. So step your left knee back. And so once again, squaring off with the screen here. Okay, so you're in a high kneel. And this time the right foot's gonna step out to the side. Okay, so left knee, again, you might need to put a blanket or a pillow or something like that under your left knee. Or if it's uncomfortable, you can always come up into standing and just do a side bend that way. So right hand can be on your hip. Inhale, left arm lifts. And then exhale, just gently Slowly coming over towards your right side. Feeling that opening through your left ribs. Again, those little tiny intercostal muscles that connect the ribs, those can get kind of tight and constrict breathing. But when you're stretching into them little by little, they begin to really soften. Your ribs get nice and rubbery, so your lungs can really fill and release. Fine if the elbow's bending. That's it. And then left hand can come down to the floor here or down to a block. Okay. And then right arm can reach up. And then once again, just think about the water gun, the L shape. So kind of pointing up towards the ceiling. And you might even kind of let the arm kind of hang back even. So you're widening through your chest, through your torso. Pressing up through that webbing in your right hand. Breathing nice and deeply. Good. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good job. Right hand coming down. Easy does it. Right knee can bend, coming back. Okay, and then we'll come up into standing again. Rather than staying and kneeling, just come into standing again. Okay, and legs about hip distance again, or shoulder distance. So once again, pressing out through your index fingers, pointing up through your thumbs. Okay, this lung and large intestine system. And on your inhale, just think about kind of opening your chest, your arms rotating up, looking up towards the ceiling. That's it. And then exhale, roll, kind of rotating down through your arms. Chin can tuck, upper back can roll, kind of round. Good. So once again, just like this, inhale, opening, expanding through your chest, pointing out through the index fingers, and then exhale, rounding into it. Good. Couple more. Inhale, opening. Exhale. Rounding. That's it. And on the last opening, just kind of stay there. And again, your opening will be different from everybody else's. Find the sweet spot, pointing out through your index fingers gently, pointing up through the thumbs. Really feeling that broadening, that breathing. That's it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good job. And then again, just kind of releasing out, shaking out. Okay, and then we'll shift towards your right side this time. So come over towards the short side of the mat. And actually, you can come down into tabletop. And then have your right foot this time come out in front of you. We've got the right leg there. Okay, and once again, you might need to step the right foot out a little bit. You might kind of be settling, kind of sinking into it a little bit. Just kind of feel your way into things here. That's it. And then again, you can make your oven mitts. Okay, and then those will be facing one another. And on your inhale, you can just kind of lift into the arms. So reaching up through those fingers, pointing back through your thumb. Breathing nice and deeply, no forcing. That's it, one more breath. Good, and then you can release back down again. Okay, easy does it again. Just bringing the knees back. So once again, squaring off with the front here. And this time, left foot will step out to the side. So you can ground down in the outer edge of that foot. If that feels a little rough on the hip, you can always bend the knee and have the foot angling out towards the left, that's fine too. Okay, so finding a good shape here. Make sure that right knee is feeling okay. And on your inhale, right arm can lift. And on your exhale, you can side stretch towards that left leg here. So really feeling that opening kind of through your intercostal muscles, through your ribs. Letting your breathing happen. Good, and on your inhale, you can release back down. Right hand can be under your shoulder, and then again, you can reach straight up through your left hand here. Once again, if you want to make that L shape, you can, pointing up through the index finger towards the right with your thumb. And you might even let the arm kind of hang back a little bit here. Just letting your breathing be nice and free. Letting your breathing really flow. Good, 3, 2, 1. Okay, easy does it. Can come back up. Left leg can come in. Okay, once again, tabletop. Hands at your shoulders, knees at your hips. And then once again, like we did before, let your knees lift, let your hips lift up and back. So looking back between your legs here. So you're making a mountain with your body. You need to take breaks and bring your knees down and breathe. That's fine, no forcing. Really opening into the back side of the body here. Good, and then when you're ready, you can release your knees down to the floor here. Okay, and once again, comfortable cross-legged, so coming into a comfortable cross-legged position. Okay, and so last week we looked at a really good point on the lung line. We looked at, the lung energy channel coming down into the thumbs. We pressed on kind of that pulse point last week, and we did that. So this week again, I've been trying to hit the large intestine a little bit more, which is very closely tied to the lungs, and obviously we're doing a lot of lung stuff too to keep boosting there. But this is a really good point for like calming the mind and also kind of getting things balanced in the large intestine channel. So you probably know it already. It's that webbing, kind of the fatty part between your index finger and your thumb there. It's the fourth point on the lung line. So you can start with the right hand. So left hand, the left thumb pushes on the right webbing area. Okay? And again, same as last week, working with it in the same way. So you can just take a natural in-breath and then an out-breath, and you kind of relax, and then you really kind of press into that point pretty strongly with the left thumb. And you kind of relax your right arm, and you kind of relax your whole body. You might even slump a little bit. And you just kind of let the energy kind of shoot through the arm, kind of boost the arm here. And just pushing nice and hard for about 10 seconds. Okay, so nice and strong here. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good, and then you can release out. So it might even be a little bit, sensitive, a little bit painful even. That point, it's a pretty strong point actually, but yeah, you can push pretty hard into it. So we've got these energy channels on both sides of the body, right? So we want to balance it out. So with your left hand, 2, find that fourth point with your right thumb, kind of dig in there a little bit. And once you've got the most sensitive area, you can inhale and then exhale, really relax. And then you really kind of press into it. Relax your arm, relax your body. Just kind of letting that energy move through you here. Just breathing naturally, kind of allowing it to happen. That's it. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good job. And then releasing out. Once again, just shaking. Okay, so imagine you're holding dinner trays. Okay, so you're a waiter or a waitress. Okay, and just like you kind of just lift a little. It's fine to keep the elbows bent. It's almost like you push up through the pads of the hands, and you might even almost push back a little bit. So again, when you do that, you'll notice again, right, kind of an opening through your chest and your lungs, and you might even kind of push out through the pads of the thumbs in particular. Okay, so just kind of holding and lifting. You might be looking down, that's fine, or you may be able to either look forward or even up. That'll help you to really even open through the collarbones and the upper chest even more. Just really kind of lifting into this area. Letting that energy kind of move. Just feeling the expansion. This is so good for the lungs. It's so good to spend time kind of looking after the lungs and the large intestine too, specifically. Good, continuing to lift, continuing to press. You can always take breaks if you need to. That's it. Relaxing the shoulders. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good job. And then releasing the arms. Again, just kind of shaking out as you need to. Okay, and then just rotate a little bit side to side. Hands can be open or closed. Good. And then coming back to center here. Okay, so once again, like we did at the start, the very start of class, okay, you can make those kind of open fists. Okay, the knuckles are going to be down towards the floor, so the open fists are going to be kind of on the side. So the large intestine goes up your, so it'll go up your right side, and it'll come down your left side. Okay, so I'm mirroring you. So it goes up your right, over the belly button, and down the left, and then out. So again, sides of the belly button, even the top of the belly button, below the belly button. But these can be nice to have at the sides of the belly button. So again, you're kind of coming onto your front, and you're kind of scooching your fists in there a little bit. So you're kind of putting some weight into the belly. And again, it probably feels a little uncomfortable, but the tendency will want to be to kind of tense against the fists. And there will be some of that, that's fine. But the idea is to kind of allow them in a little bit. That kind of gives them a massage. Some people like to bend the knees and have the feet facing up towards the ceiling, and you can kind of swing your legs a little side to side as you kind of get this abdominal massage. No forcing. You'll probably feel all kinds of feelings coming loose when you do this. It's a weird, we don't want to touch our bellies. We kind of avoid doing that. So this is really good to get in there. Keep breathing, keep relaxing, keep allowing. That's it. And then when you're ready, coming back and just letting your legs be down on the floor, releasing your fists, and then just coming onto your back, so flipping onto your back here. Okay? And thinking about having your, so perhaps you may be able to you might be able to hold the knees with the hands, just kind of bringing the knee, one knee in, then the other knee in. You might be able to do that, that might be a bit much. You might need to have the hands on the ground and just doing the same thing. So again, you're kind of working into that large intestine area here. Just kind of really getting in there. That's it. And then just releasing your feet on the floor, about hip distance or so, arms at your sides, palms down. And you can inhale here, and then on your exhale, press down through your feet. So lifting into your hips, lifting into your back. So coming into like a bridge pose. Again, last week we did a lot of thumb locking, kind of that lung energy line, kind of locking the thumbs. So if you want, you can always lock your thumbs, interlace your thumbs beneath your hips and kind of walk your shoulders in, just kind of lifting through the front plane of your body, just if that feels good. That might be a little bit much, and in which case you can just keep the arms at the sides. Being in a bridge, again, opening through the front plane of your body, breathing nice and deeply. That's it. And then letting your knees, your hips, and your back come down to the floor. You might let your knees draw in for a moment. You can sway a little bit in your knees. Good. And then left leg can come out in front of you, long, and then right leg can come across. And you might even bend the left knee a little bit. So the right foot almost kind of comes against the knee, perhaps, just if that feels good. And left hand can always be on that top leg. Right arm can reach out, or it can just be down at your side. That's fine. So just coming into one final twist here. You might be looking left, you might be looking up, you might be looking towards your right. Again, it's almost like that top leg might be kind of against that right side of the large intestine. Good, one more breath. And then when you're ready, releasing the leg back up. That's it, coming up. And then right leg can lengthen out, left knee can draw in. Okay, and then you can let the knee come over, and you might let the right knee bend and kind of slide up, almost like your left foot is against that right knee or thigh. Left arm can reach out or be down at your side. Again, finding a good direction for your gaze. So just one final twist here. And breathing. Good, and then when you can feel ready again, coming back up, you might need to sway a little bit or rock in the legs. That's it. And then from here, just coming to relax back in your space on your mat. Legs and arms can fall out to the sides, or you might have a hand on the chest and a hand on the belly. Just completely relaxing down. If it's comfortable for you, allowing your eyes to close. And just tuning into the rising and sinking, the ebbing and flowing of your breathing low down in your body. Just really allowing your breathing to be nice and deep. Again, we spent a decent amount of time. We really focused on nourishing, again, the lungs, fostering some resiliency, some strength, kind of freeing up stuck area so it can be really healthy for us, and also a lot with the large intestine too. Again, this quality of holding on when things are kind of stuck and not flowing too well, unbalanced, versus kind of being open and flowing and free, that capacity to let go. So during these last few minutes, just really allowing your body to relax down, opening, allowing your breathing to be nice and open and free. The homeopathic doctor, Andrew Weil, pretty well-known doctor, he says if he could give people just one piece of advice for living a long, healthy life, it would be to breathe deeply. So just really allowing that to happen for you right now, breathing and relaxing. Very simple. Inhaling, exhaling, relaxing, releasing, and being with your breathing. And when you can feel ready, gently beginning to move into your fingers, your toes. And when you can feel ready in your own time, coming to rest on your right shoulder, on your right side. And in your own time, when you can feel ready, coming all the way up into a comfortable seated position. Taking a few final breaths here. And bringing your palms together, rubbing into your palms, rubbing over your eyes. Tapping from the crown of your head, down the back of your neck, all the way to your lower belly. Grounding and centering here. Okay, very well done. Drink some water to balance things out and have a great week. Thank you so much. I'm so sorry about the mix-up with the recording, the Zoom link. I'm not sure what happened there. Yeah, sorry about that. Next week, we'll get it right. And next week, we're gonna look at really focusing on the liver and the gallbladder. These are kind of the organs of the springtime. So, hope you can join next week. Okay. Good to see everybody. Hey, Julie, do you have a moment just to touch base about the link? Okay. Dad, John, Dad, is that you, Dad?
We had a mix up with the link, but yeah.
How did it go?
Real well, real well. We got in a little, but it worked out pretty well.
Okay, yeah, so the link it just didn't work initially, and then you were able to do it when I sent the other one?
Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
right.
Okay.
The initial link said ID was not working or something. So, yeah.
Okay. Mom, how'd the class go for you?
Went beautifully. It was really nice. Really enjoyed it. It made my energy go up.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Were you able to like kind of go at your own speed and not force it and take breaks and stuff?
Yeah. Yeah, no, it felt excellent to me. It really felt good. Very, very good. I know Colin tried to get on, he couldn't.
Doggone it.
But we'll get it, yeah, next time. So it's great. And where are you now?
So I'm at Everyday People Yoga.
That's what I thought. Yeah, beautiful
Yeah.
space right now for this. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Yeah, great. Well, thanks, honey. That was just, yeah, we got in a little late because of the link, but that was probably just about the right time for us too. So that was perfect.
Yeah, it's good. Thanks.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I'll talk to you soon. Let's do Zoom soon.
Take care. Have a good day.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Did you do okay, Karen? Oh, okay. So Julie, what happened there? Oops.